Imagine dying, only to discover that death wasn't peaceful at all. Instead, you awaken in complete darkness, where rivers burn, walls breathe, and creatures older than the gods are already hunting you. Not metaphorically, literally. Ancient Egyptians believed these monsters were real. Some devoured souls forever. Some existed before creation itself. Others waited silently inside the underworld, hoping you would make a single mistake. And perhaps the most terrifying part, many of these monsters have almost been forgotten today. Tonight, we're descending into the darkest corners of Egyptian mythology to meet the creatures even the gods feared. What if the greatest monster in Egyptian mythology wasn't trying to conquer the world, but erase reality itself? Long before dragons became symbols of chaos, Egypt already imagined something far worse. His name was Apophis, or Apep. Unlike nearly every other creature in Egyptian mythology, Apophis wasn't simply evil. He represented absolute non-existence. Before creation, Egyptians imagined an endless ocean of darkness known as Nun. Out of these waters, creation emerged. But chaos never truly disappeared. It remained alive, waiting. Apophis became the living embodiment of that eternal chaos. He wasn't just a snake. Ancient texts describe him as enormous beyond imagination. Some versions say he stretched across the entire horizon. Others claim he wrapped around the sun itself. Every single night, as Ra sailed through the underworld, Apophis attacked. Not once, not occasionally. Every single night. If Apophis succeeded, the sun would never rise again. The Nile would stop flowing. Mahat, the cosmic order holding existence together, would collapse. Priests even performed rituals where wax figures of Apophis were stabbed, burned, cut apart, and spat upon. Not because they hated snakes, because they believed these rituals literally helped the sun survive until morning. For Egyptians, every sunrise proved Apophis had been defeated. Again. But tomorrow night, he would return. Imagine surviving death, passing every terrifying trial, only to be eaten, seconds before entering paradise. That nightmare had a name. Ammit. Perhaps no monster frightened ordinary Egyptians more, because unlike Apophis, meeting Ammit depended entirely on your own life. After death, your heart was weighed against the feather of Myat. The feather represented truth, justice, and cosmic balance. If your heart remained light, you could continue into eternal life. But if it became heavy with lies, violence, or injustice, judgment ended instantly. Waiting beside the scales sat Ammit. She possessed the head of a crocodile, the body of a lion, and the hindquarters of a hippopotamus, the three deadliest animals Egyptians knew. She wasn't a goddess. She wasn't a demon. She was the final punishment. Ammit didn't torture souls. She erased them. Once devoured, your existence simply ended. No heaven, no rebirth, no second chance. For people who believed immortality was life's greatest goal, this was the ultimate horror. Ironically, Ammit wasn't evil. She maintained justice. She ensured only the worthy entered eternity, which somehow makes her even more terrifying. What if the underworld wasn't ruled by monsters, but protected by them? The Duat wasn't empty. It was filled with gigantic guardians whose sole purpose was stopping intruders. Ancient funerary books describe terrifying beings standing beside gates, lakes of fire, and endless corridors. Many possessed multiple heads. Some carried enormous knives. Others breathed flames. Several had names so strange they sounded like warnings themselves. One guardian watched with serpent eyes. Another had bodies made from living fire. Some were part human, part crocodile, part lion, all at once. To pass safely, the deceased had to know each guardian's secret name, not fight them, not outrun them, know them. If you answered incorrectly, the gate remained closed forever. Knowledge became survival. These monsters weren't random. They tested whether someone truly understood divine order. Even the gods respected these ancient guardians. The Duat wasn't merely dangerous. It was designed to expose ignorance, and ignorance was fatal. If you're fascinated by the forgotten horrors of Egyptian mythology, take 1 second to like the video and subscribe. It tells YouTube to share videos like this with more people, and it helps us uncover even more ancient monsters, forgotten gods, and mysterious legends that history almost erased. Now, let's descend even deeper into the Duat. What kind of animal has the body of a leopard and the neck of a serpent? Ancient Egypt actually had one. Long before pharaohs built pyramids, artists carved mysterious creatures now called Serpopards. Their bodies resembled muscular leopards, but their necks stretched impossibly long, twisting like snakes. Often, two Serpopards faced each other, their necks intertwined. They appear on some of Egypt's oldest ceremonial objects. Curiously, almost no written myths explain them, which has made them one of Egyptian mythology's greatest mysteries. Many scholars believe they symbolized untamed wilderness, the dangerous lands beyond civilization, or chaotic forces existing before order. Unlike lions or crocodiles, Serpopards don't exist in nature. Someone imagined them. Someone believed this impossible creature represented something deeply frightening. Perhaps monsters don't always need stories. Sometimes, their appearance alone is enough. Everyone knows the phoenix rises from its ashes, but what if something existed only to prevent rebirth itself? Egypt's Bennu bird inspired many later phoenix legends. It symbolized renewal, creation, and eternal cycles. But Egyptian mythology constantly balanced creation with destruction. If Bennu represented rebirth, other creatures embodied decay, sterility, and permanent death. The greatest example remained Apophis, whose victory would stop every cycle forever. Yet funerary texts also describe terrifying birds, serpents, and malformed creatures inhabiting cursed regions of the Duat. These beings opposed transformation. Instead of guiding souls toward renewal, they trapped them. Instead of helping the dead awaken, they sought eternal stagnation. Egyptian mythology rarely presented monsters as random villains. Each represented the exact opposite of life, the opposite of hope, the opposite of becoming. What if Egyptian mythology still hides monsters, whose names almost no one alive remembers? The famous creatures are only the beginning. The books of the dead, the Book of Gates, the Amduat, and other funerary texts contain hundreds of terrifying beings, knife-headed spirits, fire-spitting guardians, serpents with multiple wings, hybrid beasts impossible to classify. Many appear only once. Some have names translating into things like the one who swallows shadows, the crusher of hearts, the burner of souls. These weren't characters in adventure stories. They existed inside sacred manuals designed to help real people survive the afterlife. Imagine memorizing page after page, not for school, but because forgetting one sentence could doom your soul forever. Ancient Egyptians took these creatures seriously, very seriously. Here's something almost no horror movie understands. The scariest monsters don't chase you, they judge you. Egyptian monsters rarely attacked without reason. Every creature represented a law of the universe. Ammit judged morality. The gate guardians tested wisdom. Apophis threatened cosmic order. The fiery demons punished ignorance. These monsters reflected fears everyone shared: failure, chaos, death, forgetting sacred knowledge, losing your place in the universe. That's why they remained frightening for thousands of years. They weren't monsters hiding beneath your bed. They embodied everything that could go wrong. After death, when there was no escape,